Let's move on to the third topic. And the third topic today comes to us from Terry Magana, who writes, "Greetings, John. Love the show and watch almost every day from St. Louis." Well, thank you so much, Terry. Appreciate that. Go Blues. I know you miss the days of true standalone movies. Oh, dude, yep, I do miss those days very much. So I wondered if you saw that James Wan confirmed that his Aquaman movie is a true standalone and confirmed that there would be no Justice League members making appearances. Do you think that's the right decision for this movie? Thanks. All right, so for those of you who did not hear about this, there was a lot of speculation going around, understandably so, that in the upcoming Aquaman movie, we'd get a Wonder Woman cameo, or a Cyborg cameo, or a Flash cameo, maybe even a Batman cameo, maybe a Superman cameo, maybe a James Gordon cameo, whatever the case may be. A lot of speculation about that. James Gunn was asked about that specifically, and what James Gunn said in his interview, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit here, he said, look, I understand that Aquaman is part of a larger universe, but it's important to me, said James Gunn, to focus on this story and on this guy. And essentially he goes on to basically explain there's not going to be any Justice League. There's not going to be any cameos by other superheroes other than maybe superheroes that are directly connected to Aquaman in his world. But he said very specifically, I understand this is part of a bigger universe, but I made it clear to Warner Brothers when I came on, I wanted to focus on this story. Now, that doesn't really make Aquaman a true standalone film because it is still part of a bigger cinematic universe, right? But it's as close to being a true standalone film as you can get. And I'll tell you what, me personally, I love the idea that Wan is going to keep all the other characters out. If you want the other characters, make another Justice League movie. I'm going to see this movie to see an Aquaman movie. And I applaud what he's doing. I applaud the stand he's taking. I applaud his laser-like focus on this story and not wanting to compromise that story by just gratuitously throwing in other characters. I think that speaks volume about, number one, Warner Brothers' new direction. Because I'll tell you what, under a previous administration, they may have forced James Wan to put in cameos. Under the new leadership there, they didn't do it. I think it speaks volumes about James Wan and his vision. And I think it speaks volumes about the commitment to this story that both James and Warner Brothers has been showing. Now, none of that guarantees a good movie, clearly. Aquaman could be just complete suck city. Absolutely it might. But I think all this stuff we're seeing is good signs. I'm looking forward to this movie. I've loved the fact that Jason Momoa was cast in this film right from the very beginning. I liked him in Justice League. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in his own standalone film. So, yeah, I think it's a good move, man. I think it's a really good move. All right, let's move on now to topic number